Hi, friends. I hope you're all having a wonderful day and I hope you're having a wonderful week. So, today we're going to be building a little house in Brindleton Bay. I built a house pretty similar to this, but a little bit smaller a few months ago for a off camera playthrough of a game. Of the game. Of a game, obviously, it's The Sims. But I really liked the vibes of the house, and I haven't really built a Brindleton Bay style house on the channel before, so I thought that I would revisit the idea and the basic shape of this house, but it is a little bit bigger and it has a completely different floor plan. And yeah, I hope that you will like it. It is built on the 20 by 20 lot in Brindleton Bay that's called Bedlington Boathouse. It ends up being a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom house worth $60,777 or $69,877. Again, I don't know why my game does that. I'm not sure which price matters because that is a big difference. It's like $9,000 difference. So it's a little frustrating that that keeps happening. If anyone knows why that happens, please let me know because I'm very confused. But as you can see here, the shape of the build has come up very quickly because I do tend to roughly plan out the shapes of the builds. So here is where the front door is, and then over here there's going to be a bunch of windows, and this is going to be the office space. So technically it could be 3 bedrooms, honestly, because there's an office, but I forgot about the office. I'm not gonna lie to you. Through this big archway, we end up having the kitchen, and then there's a little bathroom hooked up to it. And then through the smaller archway is the dining room, and then the main room has the living room in it, and then also a little games table. And here I remembered that I wanted to use this brown swatch throughout the entire house, the outside and the interior and the exterior of the house. I wanted to do this kind of wood color. So now we are just picking out the wallpaper. We end up going with the light blue kind of scalloped shingling from Cats and Dogs. This build mostly uses Cats and Dogs, and I think that's the main thing it uses is Cats and Dogs. Yeah, it is. There is a bunch of little items, like one item from different kits, but you really don't need kits for this build. It's basically just clutter items that it would be deleted from the house. If you downloaded it, it would just be clutter items that you'd be missing if you didn't have the kits. But I think that it's okay. And so this is the way the exterior starts to look, but I do turn the house on the lot like once so that it's facing towards, so that the balcony section is facing the beach because I wanted to put some stuff on there, but I also wanted a tree. So I wanted the side, what is now the side of the house, to still be the side of the house, but be on the side, which is the back. The left side of the house ends up being on the back of the lot, is what I'm trying to say. Here you can see me placing it now. It just worked out better because of where I wanted trees, and I wanted a picnic table outside that you could see the beach on. And then we start laying out this terrain paint, but this does not stay. The terrain paint stays, like the color, but it does not look like that in the end. And in here, you could see that I've started work on the kitchen. We're using the Parenthood counters. I kind of jumped forward a bit because I had different counters placed, and I was just not happy with the vibes in here. And so I did some research, and I found that in these kind of like Cape Cod houses, the like most common color used in the kitchens is blue, like creams and blue. So that's what I went with. That's why I chose these counters and cabinets from Parenthood. The fridge and stove are also from Parenthood, and so is the sink. And then we just get a trash can and some aprons over here. I almost called them rows, but they're aprons. And then we just start cluttering up the kitchen a little bit. We get some, like a bread box and some paper towels and this little kitchen clutter thing, which is either from Cottage Living or Country Kitchen. I don't remember. I think those are the 2 packs it could be from. It might be from something else. Sometimes I get the different packs mixed up, like Country Kitchen and Cottage Living have some like similar items, and I get them mixed up a little bit. Over here we get a fruit bowl and a plant, and then the other counters are left empty. And then we add this table in here because I felt like the middle of the room was really empty. and we add a stool. I did cut out adding the stools because it was just so much of me going back and forth trying to pick a stool. And then in the corner, we get a little mail organizer and an extra stool with a plant on it. And then I remember that I need to change all the doors to the brown color that matches everything else. And then here I am working on the dining room. We get the table from Cats and Dogs, and the chairs are also from Cats and Dogs. We grab, I think we use Seasons curtains throughout the house in the white with the gold. Yes. And then we add the the corner shelf. I almost called it a triangle shelf. The corner shelf from Cats and Dogs. We had 2 of them in here to kind of look like built-ins in the corners. And then here I wanted to add these plates because they're very pretty. And then we grab a mirror for this wall, and then something for the other wall. And then I think we get plants in the corners. The only things that did not get added footage-wise to this build is the pieces of clutter I added to the coffee table, and the lights that I added throughout the house, which is just the cottage living kind of not pendant, but like the cottage living light with like 3 arms on it. I added those throughout the house, but those 2 things are off camera. But here we add this kind of beautiful fireplace, and the couch and the console table, I could remember the word, are from Cats and Dogs, and then the armchair is from Cottage Living, I believe. And then we just grab some books and a plant and just clutter up the area a little bit. We add a plant over here, and then originally we start with a little ottoman in the corner, but we do move that later so that we could add a basket of blankets here because I thought it would look really, really pretty, and I think that it did look really, really pretty. Sorry if you hear the sirens. I live across the street from a firehouse. And then later, I don't know if we add it now. Yeah, we do add the paintings now. And then we get a lamp also from Cats and Dogs and a bookshelf in a minute. I cut out me going through a bunch of different side tables. We ended up with the horse ranch one with the Cats and Dogs lighthouse light on top of it. And then a Cats and Dogs rug. And then we get Cats and Dogs. I'm saying that so many times. Then we get their cat tree over here from the same pack. And then we add this games table from Little Campers Kit so that your Sims can play games at this table. I thought that would be cute. There was like a big open space here and it was bothering me. So over here we get a horse ranch little shelf and then an umbrella rack from Seasons. And I thought that this looked really cute as like a coat closet mud room space. And we grab a mirror so you can look at yourself on the way out. And then here I am adding the curtains to every room in the downstairs part of the house. And then I struggled for a minute with what bookshelf to grab because I wanted the wood swatch to match. And then I remember that Cats and Dogs has a bookshelf, so that worked out really well. On this wall, I don't remember what we put on the wall, some paintings, I think, or some little pictures. And then later on, we add a toy box and a toddler potty and a cat food bowl underneath that little space. Oh no, this corner gets a high chair. I forgot about that. Now we're moving on into the office. So this office has a desk, a couple of chairs to relax in, and a bookshelf and some clutter, and I think it came out very, very cute. I am currently waiting. It is 8:30 in the morning on kit release day, and the new kit should come out in a couple hours, and then I'm going to play with them and maybe upload another build. This week, possibly, hopefully, I have kind of a busy weekend. Next week, there will probably not be a build. I'm going to be out of town for a couple of days. I'm going on a road trip with my mom. So I will probably not be uploading at the beginning of the week next week, probably end of the week, just like last week and this week was. So sorry about that. I know I usually upload on Tuesdays, but it's been a little bit different lately, the last 2 weeks now. Just because there's been so much going on, and I live in Texas, and we've been having a lot of bad weather, and it's been very scary and a lot. Yeah, that's why the videos are a little bit off time-wise, but I hope that that's okay. Here we are adding some clutter to the desk. We get a little city skyline and some books and a lamp and this little... What is this thing? I don't remember what it's called from Paranormal. It's really cute. I don't remember what it's called though. And then we just move the desk forward, and now we're going to add the little half bath over here with a toilet and a sink and a mirror, and then that's pretty much it for this little bathroom. The upstairs one does have a shower and a bathtub, so you go shower, you can bathe your toddler, you can bathe your dog, and it has everything you need in it. It's a very big bathroom. I split it up into 2 little rooms, and I thought it was very cute like that. You can see here. But first we are going to work on the primary bedroom. So this bedroom fits 1 to 2 Sims, and we use a bunch of items from cats and dogs again. The main items that you need in this build is cats and dogs. You could pretty much function in this house with just cats and dogs and parenthood, and then the house would be functional. All the other packs that have like 1 item out of them, you don't need to use. You don't need them. I would like to do another limited pack build soon. If you have any pack ideas or pack combination ideas that I should do, please leave them down below. I would love to know what kind of packs everyone has and what would be a really good combination for a build. So let me know if you have any ideas for that. I would love to hear about it. I love getting comments. Anytime someone comments, no matter how the comment is, as long as it's a kind comment, it makes me so happy. It is just so joy-inducing to get comments and to see people enjoying my builds and enjoying the channel. I try to work really hard, and I'm really proud of this place, and I'm really proud of you, and I just hope that you feel safe here and are having a good time and that you like my builds. I think that I'm improving. I know that I'm an okay builder, but I think I'm getting better. I think this build is very cute. It has a different roof line than I've ever done on camera. But here we are adding the rugs to the bedroom. We just have some clutter on the nightstands. We have some books and a plant. And then that's pretty much it for the primary bedroom. They have a lot of photos on the wall. This is going to be the toddler room. We use the bed from Eco Lifestyle, and here I am realizing that they have a toddler and all they have downstairs for it is the high chair, and they need more stuff down here. So we add this little toy chest and then some little stacking blocks, and then we also end up adding later a toddler potty and a few toys to the coffee table to kind of bring in the we have a toddler to the downstairs. So you'll see that in a little bit, except for the coffee table. I'm pretty sure that's off camera. But we use this dresser from Parenthood, and then this dollhouse is from Eco Lifestyle. I almost said Little Campers, but that's the one that's like got blankets and stuff on it. And then this bookcase from Kids Room. This side table is from Base Game. And then we had some Base Game pictures on the wall, and then a rug. I think it's the movie hangout. Not movie hangout. Backyard stuff rug, I think is what we ended up going with. But now we're trying to find some curtains. And then I realized that these ones had a swatch I wanted to use if I could find it. And there it is, the blue and pink one. Because this is like a little blue and pinkish room. And then we add this rug, yes, from the backyard stuff pack. And now we are just cluttering up the top of this dresser. We get little baby items and some toys. And that's it for that room. And now we're just going to quickly decorate the hallway. I do add a couple things off camera later. Like a picture thing on the wall and a plant in the corner. But that's pretty much the whole hallway. I didn't want it to be unusable. And now we are just quickly doing the upstairs bathroom. We have the same fixtures as downstairs. And then we add a shower and a bathtub and some rugs and a picture on the wall and a little like bathroom shelf kind of deal. And then we just add some curtains, and that's pretty much it for the bathroom. And then we just have to go outside and work on the rest of the exterior. Here you can see the little mirror I had on the wall so you can see your whole self. And then another toddler potty. There's one upstairs and downstairs, because I know sometimes with a toddler it's difficult to get them to the space they need to be. And I do eventually realize that the kind of wall railing right there, isn't painted, so I paint it. And now we're just adding the few things that I said we needed inside for the cat / dogs. We get a food ball on the ground that you could have for a dog, one up here for the cat, and then we grab some treats on this little table as well for the cats and dogs that you have. And now here we are going on to the exterior. We add this little fence also from cats and dogs, and then I do realize that I missed a column here in a minute. But I add the columns all over the exterior to kind of give it more detail. And then I couldn't figure out if I wanted the eaves up or down, because up looked weird, but down looked weird. So we ended up with them up, and then we add this little awning cover thing from also Cats and Dogs all over the house. Get like 2 or 3 of them. And then we had these flower boxes, and I do change the swatch of these here in a minute because I felt like the dark flower box was not the vibe. It didn't fit anything. But we're just going to quickly decorate the balcony. We get a few lounge chairs up here. You could sunbathe and look out at the beach. And then we grab some planters because this is a really sunny spot at certain times of the day, and I thought it would be pretty. And then we grab this little tree. I thought maybe it's also a plant for them. And then I think we just added a drink tray and a rug, and then that's it for the balcony space. And then I think we move on to doing some landscaping and some terrain paint and adding a little outdoor area. First, we're going to add these lights all over the house, and we have to do the porch. We just get a little pet bed and a litter box so that your cats have somewhere to go to the restroom and sleep. They will sleep inside mostly, but I thought a little bed there would be cute for the cat or the dog or for strays, because it's in Brindleton Bay, so there is a lot of stray animals. And then now I'm trying to figure out how much of this space I want fenced in. We end up with all 3 of these little fences here being 3 wide. And now we are just adding in some green spots, like deleting some of the rocky paint that I had added so that we can add some dirt spots for some landscaping. And I do dig into debug for the landscaping because I wanted it to match. So we get the low-lying cats and dogs debug plants, and then the kind of little bushy plants that match around the area. And then I grabbed a flower from Base Game that is really pretty, and it made it blue to kind of match the house to kind of bring in some florals to the landscaping. And I do realize that I have not painted under this section. I do paint under it before I take the screenshots and upload this. So you could find this on the gallery under my ID, which is AudynRo, AUDYNRO, and it's also under the hashtag Audyn or AudynRo. And yeah, you'll have to send me photos if you download it and play in it. I would love to see someone playing in one of my builds. That would make me so happy. So if you do that, please send me photos. My Twitter is down below, or X, and also my Discord, if you'd like to come hang out, is also down there. And yeah, I'd love to have you. I'd love to have you. But here are those blue flowers, and then we just add the little trash can and a little clutter item to the I think we had a light on the picnic table and a grill. And that's pretty much it for this build. Again, if you like it, you could download it on my gallery under AudynRo, AUDYNRO, and all the information for it is down below. Again, if you know why my game does that like $10,000 difference between in-game and the gallery, please let me know because it's driving me crazy. But this is it for the build. I love you guys so much, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, guys.